Welcome everyone to the 102nd edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I'm your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and feel like I start strong with this show. Let's get it going because I just finished off Smackdown. It's a little after 10 right now. It's 10:05, maybe not even, but let's go to the show. Just saw the Ghost Show show for the Royal Rumble tomorrow night, and of course we should start about the last segment. We had the LA Knight solo Sikoa main event and the disqualification because AJ Styles interfered, went after LA Knight, then attacked the rest of the bloodline, Solo and Jimmy Uso with a chair, and Randy Orton came out and RKO'd AJ, took care of the bloodline, and then right when the show credits are fading out, LA Knight comes in with the Blood Force Trauma BFT and ends the show knocking out Orton with the BFT. So that Roman wasn't there tonight. Roman Reigns wasn't there. The WWE Universal Undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, he wasn't there, but he'll be there tomorrow night. They're in Miami tonight, so maybe he's in Tampa because the show's in Tampa tomorrow. So that's that. We had start off. We had opening segment with Randy Orton went out there and LA Knight and AJ Styles. Good promo segment, so great promo. So that you want to go back and look at it. Right when AJ Styles wants to say LA Knight, right when it says L, here at the theme song for LA Knight because where it says LA Knight, boom. So it's pretty creative the way, just perfect timing. And also we got the final Testament face off with the Street Profits. I'm actually going out of order here, so let me go in order. The show. Carlito beats Santos. No, Carlito versus Santos Escobar, and Carlito won the title. No, excuse me. Why am I saying won the title? He won titles on his first time on SmackDown against John Cena, so call back to that. But I don't know. I just remember that Santos Escobar won when LWO and Santos crew were like fighting. Of course, Joaquin Wilder, Cruz El Toro fighting Angel and Humberto. And when Zelina Vega came up to help get the referee's attention about the pin position of the match, Carlito's going for a pin. Elektra Lopez came out and interfered and took out Selena. Now, Elektra Lopez used to manage Escobar when he was with Del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. And of course, and sorry. It's kind of late. Usually, I'm not doing the show at this time, so bear with me here. Elektra Lopez NXT used to manage Escobar, Wilde, and Del Toro when they were Legado del Fantasma on NXT a couple years back. And Elektra Lopez doing her own thing. She was with Lola Vice, but they broke up, so now it looks like she's on SmackDown now. Another call. The W's doing better with their call-ups as of late than they did in years past, so you got to give them credit. I tell you, they're really doing what they're doing. I'm wearing the NXT shirt right now, and right now, lately, the NXT calls have been looking strong over the last few months, so Triple H is doing a good job with them. Actually, the last year since he took over, he's doing a good job with the call-ups and stuff. We also have women's tag team title. Kabuki Warriors defeated Katana Chance and Kaden Carter when Kairi Sane hit the insane elbow on Kaden Carter, and it was a good match, real good match. So Damage Control has the WWE Women's title and the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Of course, Io Sky has that, and if you look at when Dakota Kai was in the group, they were all celebrating each other except for Bayley. They left out, and go to my Royal Rumble predictions. I'll get into that when I think of Bayley coming up. So we also had the face-off with the final Testament and Lashley and the Street Profits. And I like this group that Lashley and the Street Profits are as a group. They're a good group, and I like this group of Final Testament with Karrion Kross and the returning AOP. And you also have Scarlett and Paul Ellering. You got two managers. Valet man Scarlett and Paul Ellering, of course, with Scarlett's with Karrion Kross in real life, their husband and wife. And Paul Ellering was managed AOP, so they kind of combine them all together. Good stable. And Paul Ellering's a great manager, of course. You remember back in the 80s, he was the guy that was the manager of the Road Warriors, the one of the most successful tag teams in history. So the guy's a great man, really good manager. I would have put him on my Mount Rushmore, but he's probably like a step below it. I'd probably put J.J. Dillon at him because I like the Four Horsemen more, and I liked what Dillon was with the Horsemen. Of course, their top 3 of all time. Well, there is a Mount Rushmore. JJ's little but he's not number 1. Of course, number 1's Bobby Heenan. Number 2 is Paul Heyman, and number 3 is Jim Cornette. So, and you had Heyman on today, so technically you had two of my top managers of all time right in that segment. So, no, not the same on the show tonight. So that was pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. We had that. Oh, Carmelo Hayes also said theory. Theory one when he pulled the tights. We're using the tights and getting beat. He's getting beat. Carmelo Hayes is getting beat down by Theory and Grayson Waller, but all of a sudden Trick Williams come out and he got a real good pop for the Miami crowd. It was like whoop that trip, whoop that trick. He lets his shin in NXT. Of course, they're in Florida, and a lot of the people drive up sometimes from Miami, so they probably kind of an idea that this guy's something in the something. He got a lot of potential. And NXT does go over Florida a lot, so he had they have a fan base down there, so they tour a lot down the Loop Florida tours. They tour down there a lot, so it's pretty cool that he got a good reaction. Let's see what else we got here. Of course, went over the main event, and it was a double disqualification, and they're building up for the Fatal 4-Way. So a lot of people getting their numbers. They did the Royal Rumble thing. R-Truth was funny with the numbers. He goes, "Am I still quarantined?" He's making it. R-Truth's funny. Yeah, Jimmy Uso pulled his number. Bayley pulled her number. Santos Escobar pulled his number. We also have NXT is going to be involved in the Royal Rumble as well. I wouldn't be trying to Carmelo Hayes in it, Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton. I wouldn't be trying. They need to call up some new people too, and I think we're going to see that. Okay, speaking of the Rumble, let's get on with the Rumble. Prediction time. You already heard about Bayley. I forgot Bayley. Looks like Bayley. I think Bayley might win the Royal Rumble this year. She's my pick, and going out to face Io Sky at the WrestleMania. I have a feeling they're gonna break them off with Damage Control, and should be good. Interesting situation there. Angle there into Mania, and the men's side, I'm gonna go with CM Punk. I think we came back. You got all that momentum coming back, and I sort of either him or Gunther will win. I think CM Punk is my pick to win the Rumble this year because he's one of the most talked about guys. So a big, he's like the number 1 T-shirt on still on WWE Shop. So he's got a lot of momentum heading into the Rumble. You haven't seen him on TV wrestle, which I think is good. Make him seem special. Don't put him on every week there. The guy's a big star. Anticipate. You want to see him in the big shows. Make it mean something. Love the guy, hate him. He's a big draw. And a surprise, well, there's always going to be returns and stuff. If Andrade shows up, he's under AEW. Got a lot of returns. They say, you might have people back from injury like Liv Morgan. It's hard to say. One thing about the Rumble, they was some good surprises. I hope, like I said, NXT is going to have a lot of people in there, and I hope they do, that shows up well. They show up good. A lot of stuff. I was on the Fatal 4-Way, and it looks like Roman and retain. Oh, and the United States title match with Kevin Owens and Logan Paul. During Smackdown, they showed a little scuffle that they had backstage at the Performance Center with jog fighting each other. It was a pull apart, and I like to see Kevin Owens win the U.S. title, and but I think Logan Paul could retain. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some of these guys in the Rumble. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin even if both guys, Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, they could both be in the Royal Rumble. He's a secondary champion, but you could put other champions in the match. So, because Damian Priest has the Money in the Bag briefcase still, and he's in the Royal Rumble. So I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Paul, Kevin Owens are in there, and maybe even put Randy Orton shows up in there. LA Knight, AJ Styles, they could all be in there. So looks like you could put there's 5 guys right there. You could add into the match. So good. Roman's the only guy that's gonna be working. Well, outside of the Roman's guy in the Rumble, he'll be having the one match, and then he'll be out of all the guys in those 2 singles matches. He'll be the only guy that only works once, and he's probably going to go home as the champion. So I think the men's Royal Rumble will close the show with, of course, Roman. No, not Roman. Sorry, Punk winning the Rumble. You said the home happy, and big pop from the crowd. Obviously, sell a lot of merch. Obviously, again. So that's that. Let's see, it's 10:15 right now. Let me just get a little drink here. I'm also a little dry. Like I said, it's the latest I've done a show. I usually do these shows around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, so kind of late for me. And well, it's not too bad out weather-wise. 40 degrees out because we had a little warm with the rain. A lot of rain came, so it's not as cold tonight, so that's good. Okay, that's the show. They say Rumble tomorrow night. I'll be back. Maybe I'll do a show on Sunday. Pre-game, post-game show, and preview AFC and NFC Championship games that are coming up this on Sunday. So I might do a show earlier in the day on Sunday. So recap the Rumble and that's that. That's that. We'll recap of the Rumble on Sunday and preview the AFC and NFC Championship games. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the Rumble. Bye-bye.